Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and today we're going to talk about fine motor skills and gross motor skills and what the difference is. So let's first start talking about gross motor skills, because gross motor skills are developed when we're very, very young. This is what we see in infants and toddlers as they develop in their skill level. Gross motor skills are abilities that let us do tasks that involve large muscles in our torso, legs, and arms. Keep in mind that they involve whole body movement. So when we start talking about gross motor skills and we start talking about the use of the gun, I think some people kind of misunderstand exactly how this plays into a part. So just to kind of give you an idea, we are clear here. The gun is completely clear, okay? A lot of times people will get into these arguments of gross motor skills versus fine motor skills, and especially on reloads, okay? And whether you hit the slide release or you rack the slide over the top, whatever, it really doesn't matter. And here's why it doesn't matter. In my opinion, I truly believe you will do what you train to do, okay? So you need to myelinate that skill and go and practice it and practice it and practice it. Really get into deep practice. And if you want to look at the definition of deep practice, read the talent code. But this is how we develop our skills, okay? If we don't practice those things, then it doesn't matter whether it's a fine motor skill or a gross motor skill. Gross motor skills are abilities that let us do tasks that involve large muscles in our torso, legs, and arms. Keep in mind that they involve whole body movement. There's more of that, but let's look at the context when we're shooting, okay? So if we're shooting, and again, clear gun because I am picking up a different gun. If we're shooting, if turning the key in a lock or putting a key in a lock is a fine motor skill, so is pressing the trigger, okay? If that's a fine motor skill, this is a fine motor skill, that is a fine motor skill, because this is not using the whole body, okay? This is using your hands and your arms. It really doesn't matter, okay? It gets down to what you practice. Now let's get into the big argument. Slide lock release, slide release, whatever you want to call it, and using your thumb on a reload rather than hand over the top of the slide. And I think that really boils down to your hand size and whether you can reach that slide lock reliably and how much you practice it, okay? So we're gonna add a little feature in this, okay? We got dummy rounds in the magazine. We've got my HK VP9. This is my carry gun. This is my everyday carry gun. So this gun I am very, very familiar with. It does have a rather sizable slide lock, which I kind of like. However, my thumb still can't reach it, okay? So if I do a reload, and I'm going to move this Walther out of the way. If I do a reload on this and I drop the mag and in and I go, did I load the gun? Let's find out. I did, okay? However, I hit that about 50% of the time under speed, okay? So let's try it one more time, just for giggles, okay? So we put the mag in, drop it in, and let's see if the gun loaded. Okay, so I guess I'm 2 for 2. I'm good today. However, there are guns that have a smaller slide release, and that makes it a little bit more difficult, okay? One of the ways that I do this on the VP9 is I actually turn the gun in slightly. I don't leave my thumb right here because I'm pressing on that as hard as I can right now, and I can't drop the release. Okay, but if I camp the gun a little bit, I can get it. Okay, now let's look at the Walther PDP. The Walther PDP has a very large slide release on this. I can set without turning my hand and drop that slide. It's one of the things I really like about the Walthers. So if we put an empty mag in the gun and I drop the mag and insert, drop, I know 100% that that gun now chambered around. Okay, so it really boils down to what you like. If you set and you go, fine, hand over the top, slide, I don't care. If you use the slide lock release, don't care. It doesn't matter to me. There, see, 50% of the time. Whatever you choose to do, practice it, practice it, practice it over and over and over. Not until you understand it, not until you're comfortable with it. Practice it until you can't get it wrong. Fine versus gross motor skill argument really is just people wanting to argue about something that really shouldn't be argued about. And it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. And I'm done wasting my time and energy on this video. Though you can tell this is a pet peeve of mine. So everybody take care, train hard, be safe. We'll see you soon.